is I. I am the light of the Leo. I'm here with my brother, Joe Nathan, Mr. JoJo Speaks himself. He made me watch Young Royals. Yay! And this is our spoiler review of Young Royals. Won't you join us?
Jennifer, your enjoyment for this series is absolutely palpable. So we are on episode 3 of season 2, y'all. This was a pretty good episode, at least in my opinion. I don't know how y'all felt about it. Let us know in the comments how y'all felt about this episode. Things are, as us gays would say, things are getting mixy. In Halishka, honey. So we
Said
start out
Halishka. Oh yeah, the place.
Halishka, yeah. So we start out with August being on the phone with his stepfather. So August is trying to get some advice from his stepfather about him releasing this sex tape of Simone and Willem doing the nasty. And his father, and I'm surprised that he told his stepfather about this because it didn't seem like he had much of a relationship with him in the first season, especially since he dang near cursed out his mama in the 3rd episode of the first season. But
the disrespect.
Right. But his stepfather was like, well, this could be a serious thing. And, charges can be brought up against you, my stepson. And, that's possession of child pornography, my stepson. So, and August was like, what? Like, charges? Prison? What? The hooscow? The crank?
The joint? No.
Girl, like,
child.
Are you surprised that August is so unaware of the consequences that may lead up to his actions that he has taken up against Willem and Simone?
Well, no, of course not. Because if you were smart, you would have just sent it to shoot nobody, really.
Exactly.
If he was smart, he would have just showed it to Willie and just said, I have this. But yeah. he's not that. And that bothers me.
Why does it bother you? Oh, I know why it bothers you, but tell the people why it bothers you.
Because,
or does August just bother you in general?
Not just August, it's just teenagers. Shoot, I even bothered myself. Because okay, I can be thinking back when I was a teen, I was annoying. I'm not saying I was annoying, but I was annoying. I was such a teenager. Basically,
because teenagers are teenagers,
they think they know,
right? And you are right, because there was this one episode in Power Book 4 Force. That's the drug dealing type of situation. So these young cats came into Diamond and Janar's barbershop saying that they wanted to do some deal with these people in Gary, Indiana. And they're like, if we get caught, we ain't even going to jail. We just go to juvie, and they won't put us in, like, do you not know that they will put you in adult jail and charge you as an adult for certain crimes? Sir, like the kids don't know.
Let me tell you something, Jonathan. I was watching something called Juvenile Justice, which is a K-drama, and it really did highlight the level that they don't have over there in Korea. Oh. Like, those kind of talks would have been really real if they were in Korea. Like, they just do a whole lot of this. All right, kid, go on play. Quit doing that. Don't do that no more, okay? All right.
Right.
And it's not that bad. But here in America, I think they done gotten keen on these crazy kids.
Right.
That know what they're doing.
Exactly. Yeah, the kids, they really don't know. I think I saw an interrogation of a teenager that might have killed that killed someone or took someone's life. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to say that K word on YouTube. But he thought he would get like maybe 10 years in prison. Like, no, you can go to jail for 25 to life.
Okay, 10 years.
And to be honest, as far as it comes to taking someone's life, unless the person shows some type of remorse or it was some type of accident, I think it should be life in prison, period, point blank across the board. That's just my opinion, because when I hear people getting 10, 15, 20 years for taking someone's life because of a plea deal, that grinds my gears. like nobody's business. But anyways, we get into a whole nother conversation in the middle of
Sorry.
this episode, child.
Mhm.
So we get into the rowing team. They are doing some conditioning. Um, and the new prefect, Vincent, is yelling out orders, barking out orders. And he's like, "Where's August? Why is it August here?" And they were like, "Well, I think he might be protesting that, you took over his place and, he don't like that. So that's probably why he ain't here, Vincent. Okay. Like, why would he want to be here when you done took his place? Okay." Then Simone is like, "I keep having to try to prove myself. And then the fact that you told me," he's talking to Willem in this moment. He told Willem the fact that you told me to take a shortcut, that makes it even worse because now he thinks I'm the best. Now he thinks that I'm capable and it's all your fault.
And first of all, maybe blaming him is not needed because he did kind of push him though.
He did.
He could have said no though.
He could have.
But it's like he would. I kind of think Willem was kind of right too because the PE teacher wants him to be on the team. I guess he's trying to pass. Child, I don't know. But one thing I can say, Simone, he need to exercise more often.
His
Um,
his 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 conditioning needs
he
to
ain't
be
conditioned for
upgraded.
nothing.
Nothing. I
He
mean,
ain't
he act
prepared
like
for
he got
nothing.
asthma, honey. He was like just taking five running steps, and he
Please.
he was out of breath.
But I see why he's upset though.
I do. I understand why, because it's a lot of pressure on Simone, and he doesn't do well with pressure. To be honest, he just wants to be free and be himself and be able to do his own thing. So it is what it is. So then we cut to Willem and Felice. They seem to be in Willem's room, which is interesting because when Sarah goes to August's room, he's always like, sneak in my room or whatever the case may be. It seems like the girls and the boys aren't supposed to cohabitate in the same rooms. But
Yeah, not
anyways,
necessarily.
right. But anyways, I guess maybe because Willem's the crown prince, he can do whatever he wants. So Willem and Felice, Willem is like, "Well, I'm the crown prince, and I can order whatever food you want. So what you want,
You
girl?"
hungry?
Okay. She said, "Ooh, sushi, or this, or that, or." So they go to order. I forget exactly what they ended up getting, but I have to say that I adore the friendship between Felice and Willem because in this moment, at this time during this season, Willem really needs some support, and Felice is
Absolutely.
the perfect person to give it to him because she cares about him so deeply, because she really does love him as a friend. Um, and I just love to see her supporting her friend whenever he's down because she does a lot of that in this episode.
Yeah,
What are your
I really
feelings on him?
do. I really do appreciate their friendship. It did help this the process move along because he really could have been um up under his bed all day because he's so sad and loved Lauren and stuff like that. So thank goodness for Felice for her to be somebody that he can lean his head on when he's feeling sad, lonely and stuff and want his man. So um I really came to like Felice a lot more through this
Of course,
process
yes.
because it felt like we got to see more of Felice and who she is and how
Mhm.
good of a friend she can be. Because, like I said, I truly feel like the other girlfriends, in my opinion, there's not a whole lot of real closeness with them. They're just girls or home girls because they live together and been doing this for a minute. But
Exactly.
her and Willie, that's a different level of friendship, and I feel like she lets her guard down as well with him. So I enjoy their relationship.
And that makes me kind of upset about the way that we were introduced to her because she was being so rude to Sarah in that first episode, and it made us feel like we weren't going to like her. But that's
Mhm.
what we call character development. So
Yeah, I can't say that it made me upset about that. I That's just what I know when it comes to people. Sometimes we only get introduced, and that's in life. We only get
yeah.
introduced to one side of them, and then when we
Mhm.
see more layers to that person, then it's like, you know what? Okay, I understand. I see, and I understand why I understand why she was treating Sarah the way she was treating her, because okay, my parents want me to ride horses.
Yeah.
You know how to ride my horse better than I know how to ride my horse. I just
Jealousy.
want to make my parents happy, shut them up, and just keep it pushing. But I
Right.
can't do that because this horse don't like me like that, or I don't know how to approach it like that, but you do. That's frustrating.
It is. It is. I agree. I agree. Thank you for looking on the other side of things. I appreciate that. Another viewpoint. So then we get Simone. He's doing trying to do a little bit of conditioning because he's aware that that his conditioning is not on point. Okay, and his friends are there helping him. And they're doing it in the snow. And I heard that you having to do cardio in the snow makes things a lot harder because of the ground being,
Yeah.
snowy and whatnot. And so then they take a little bit of a break, and they're asking, what's going on with you and Marcus, and Simone's like, well, Marcus likes me and all that good stuff, but like, I ain't got that for him. Like and Simone literally says, I don't understand why I can't fall in love with him. I
I
don't
think, oh my
understand
gosh.
why I can't fall in love with him and why I can't let go of my feelings for Willem. Teenage angst, girl. What you think about it?
Just like that. Did you see how I roll my eyes?
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yes.
But that's just human feelings, human emotions, the things that we have to go through, especially when we get emotionally invested and then
Right.
love comes about.
Yes.
Um, that's not an easy thing to just rip out of or step away from because of circumstances.
Right.
Love remains. And, even for people that have gone through bad relationship, there was still a part of that person that they still love.
Mhm.
And with Willie and Simone, they didn't have anything too bad to really happen to them. Usually you just want to have something that just happens to where you hate them and you want them out your life,
Right.
which will make things way easier, but it wasn't that simple with them. It's just circumstances that were not in neither one of their control that
Right.
broke them up, and that's sad.
It
And
is.
he's saying the right things. I feel sorry for the boy, but
I,
if they were all grown, they wouldn't have this problem.
right. I'm so glad that Simone has friends that he can be real with,
Yes.
because he's not real with everybody else.
This day and age.
He's been liking to lie during this season.
Liking.
And it's a little bit frustrating, but Simone's doing what he thinks is best for him. And I understand that. As a teenager, you really don't know which way to go with things. So you only do what you
Yeah.
think is best. And so I do get that. But I love the fact that he acknowledges the fact out loud that he's not feeling Marcus in this way. And for him to say that out loud, knowing it lets us know what's going on in his mind. Because if he didn't say that, we might actually think that he was interested in Marcus for real. But we know for sure now that he said this to his friends that I mean, we probably could have picked up on it, especially with the
Yeah,
last
that's what I'm about to
episode.
say. Like to be honest, Jonathan, I would have seen straight. I've already seen straight through that boy before he said I don't like him like that. I knew that because first the acting is good. You know what
Is
I'm saying? The
excelente.
the good is very the good is very good. The acting is very good. When the times that he has spent with them and he just spending his time making himself spend time with them, making himself throw himself at him. Even that did we make it there?
When they Netflixed and chilled.
We did make it there. Did we make it there?
Yes, that was the last episode.
Last episode. Okay. So even when he tried to kiss him and was like,
Filling up on his thighs, trying to make
yeah,
it obvious that he wanted to get some.
let's do it. Like
Okay.
as if hot relations and or like a makeout session would free him from the situation. But though people say the best way to get
Over
out,
someone.
get over
Yeah.
someone is to get up under someone.
Hmm.
It don't work if you don't like them. if you don't like
No,
them like
it
that,
doesn't. No,
it
no.
don't
If you
work
don't
like
have
that.
genuine feelings for them, it defeats the
It ain't gonna
purpose.
work because all you're
Right.
gonna do is just sit there and compare.
Right, exactly. And that's what he's doing. He's comparing his love for Willem to his non-love for Marcus.
Okay, to his okay, yeah.
Right. That's exactly
He's
how we
cute
feel
and he
this.
want me, and I guess that's enough.
He's nice and tall. He got body. I mean, he's
Okay,
a really nice looking
a
guy.
lesson to everybody: it's not enough. Okay, somebody likes you and wants to be with you, but you don't like them. That's never gonna come together. You gotta like y'all gotta come together as one in the likeness.
It has
That's
to
how
be
that works.
genuine. It has to
Yes.
be genuine. So then we move back to Willem and Felice. And Willem tells Felice that he looked at Simone's phone and saw the text from Marcus saying in the last episode, Marcus saw Willem and Simone while they were jogging with the rowing team. And Marcus sent a text to Simone saying that he looked good while he was jogging, and he thanked him for that Netflix and chill night. And Willem saw that text. And so he told Felice, I saw this text, Simone lied to me. Apparently he got something going on with this Marcus dude. And, this is frustrating. Like, and once again, I'm so glad that Willem has Felice to get his emotions and get his feelings out about this situation with with Simone. So then on to the next scene, we have Willem actually participating in his therapy session. He
Yay!
tells he
Finally.
Yes, he tells his therapist that he met someone last semester, and it's got him all broken up about it. And it's got him feeling a certain type of way. And he actually says that I wish it never happened because then I wouldn't be feeling so hurt and so damaged by what happened between us. And for adults, a situation like this probably wouldn't have this type of effect on you. But when you're a teenager, you think that this is all there is to life. And
Exactly,
you
because
think
it's
that
all that. I'm sorry. Let me shut up.
because it's all that they know. Exactly. At this point, it's all that they know. And so they feel they can't see past tomorrow. They can't see past past 5 years down the line or 10 years down the line. They're not focused on that. They're focused on today. And so that's why
Yeah.
Willem says that. But a lot of people say, I wish I had never met this person because now this love loss that I'm feeling and this hatred
It's
in some
pain.
situations that I'm feeling towards them, now I'm wishing that I never met them. Are you feeling for Willem in this moment, girl?
Yeah, of course. Um, Another thing about teenagers when it comes down to love is not it's all that they focus on in their life because they don't have bills to focus on. They don't
Right,
have children. They don't have sometimes they don't even have a whole bunch of friends, but they don't have the pressures of real life on
right.
them. So when they think about the love that they lost or the things that they're going through in that process,
Hmm.
that's all that they have. So it hurts even the more. Now, as an adult, I say I can run to my house, use my internet, look at my shows, chill, be to myself. Yeah, I'll be sad, but I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I still got my own place. I still,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
You're gonna be all right.
yeah, and then as an adult, you have to be all right because because no matter what's going on, it's true that the world keeps on going, whether you have found the strength to do so or not. And
Exactly.
as a high schooler, a teen, the world can sometimes feel like it could shut down and you could just wallow in that. But as an adult, you have to keep pushing. You have to keep on making money. You have to keep on saying, fulfilling your duties, whatever it is that you have. You know, the trash still got to go out. You still need to eat sometimes. Like,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. It's sometimes for teenagers, it feels like the world stops
Yeah.
when things like this happen and they can't focus on anything else but this situation. And that's the downfall of being a teenager, honey. So
Sucks.
anyways, in the next scene, we have Willem talking to Simone. And Willem is like, okay, so what's going on with you and Marcus? Because something must be going on between you and this Marcus guy. So what's
Look,
going on,
why does it
Simone?
matter? Y'all not together? Okay.
You know why it matters, though. You know why it matters.
But you know what? It's like with these conversations, this back and forth. That's what they needed to be saying. They wasn't saying none of that. They should have said, "Why does it matter? We're not together, right? Right? All
That's
right.
that's what you feel like Simone should have said to him.
Yes, because if he wanted to end it so bad, he need to move on, or we need to have a long conversation about how we can make this work because we can't be doing this. At least I can give it to Simone. At least he trying to move forward. At least, but Willem, he is certainly in a tough spot. He wants to have him, but he's a whole entire royal.
But he still wants him though. At the end of the day, like he still wants to be with him. He wants to figure out a way to be with his man, and I appreciate that, and I understand that. But I
That's
understand
nice.
your point of view, Jennifer, because you're being the adult in this situation, and I'm stuck in my teenage mind how I would be feeling as a teenager,
Yeah.
and I feel like I connect with Willem in this way because I feel like I would be acting the exact same way if I was him in this moment. I know I would be acting the exact same way if I was him in this moment because of the way I think of love, because of the way that I fantasize about love, because of the way that
Hmm.
I watch love in series and movies. I would be feeling the same exact way. So,
And then I would have been yelling at you the same exact way.
of course, absolutely, probably even when I was in high school and you was in college, of course you probably would have been doing that, child. Anyway, so Sarah and Felice are at the stables, and the people who are planning to purchase Russo, they're riding him and they're trying Russo out, and this man is like, Russo, he's unhinged. He's not doing what he's supposed to do. He seems like he's not trained. He seems like he's not doing what I need him to do. And Sarah's like, well, maybe you're the problem. Okay. What did you think of Sarah's reaction to these people? I'm wondering why she's even there. Maybe police invited her. I guess she wanted police. Police wanted Sarah to be a part of the process. But do you blame Sarah for feeling the way she feels about Russo?
Of course not. Anybody can gain an attachment to a lovely animal, especially after you've taken care of it and things of that nature. But we must stay in reality.
Yeah, yeah.
We must. And I'm sorry, that horse was not yours. Okay, that's reality number one.
Never yours to begin
Reality
with.
reality number two. That horse was purchased to be ridden by Felice. And Felice said she don't want to ride no more. Number three, money needs to be recouped because we spent a whole lot of money
Okay.
for this horse to be ridden by Felice. And
That's what
if we
Mama said
go
in the first episode of the
if
second
we go
season.
back to point number two right here,
Hmm.
Felice said she don't want to ride no more. So this is why we need to get back here. We gotta let it go.
Yeah,
We gotta let it go.
yeah. We got
And and
to let it
and to be
go.
honest, I just want to make sure you know, and I will continue to act like this every time we bring up this topic. I really feel like Sarah went overboard with her feelings for this horse. I'm sorry. Yes, you love that horse, but once again, number one, this was not your horse. It never was, sis. You just assisted. And I do understand that you took care of the horse and treated the horse kindly, and you guys have created a bond, but this is what the problem is. It ain't yours.
Oh, child. Anyways, so next we have Simone. He plays his he Simone tells his music teacher that he wrote a new version of the school song,
Hmm.
and he wants to play it for her to see how she likes it. And the song he wrote, he kind of changed the lyrics around a little bit, and the lyrics sound pretty familiar. They sound like a situation that Simone
The
has been in. You
memories
know,
we
he's
had.
yeah, and the teacher likes it. And surprisingly, Simone put some profanity in it. And I'm like, Simone, how do you think that you're going to be at an assembly and y'all saying all these f bombs and whatnot at the school assembly? Like, well, this don't make no sense, Simone. Like, what the heck? But you know, this is the way Simone feels about it. He's really frustrated about what happened between him and Wilhelm. But the teacher obliges. She says, sounds great. You're very talented, Simone. We'll have to take out the profanity, okay? But you know, it's
Doofus.
great. Go ahead and finish that thing. Are you proud of Simone in this moment that he's getting into his artistry and whatnot?
No, I'm not surprised. This is for me it was one of those things that it was written in there. Got to be doing something. We had to see something more special from him, something to make him step out and be the focal point of something. And that's another thing that he could do. But I think it's very nice. His voice is rather cute, and yeah, God bless him.
Absolutely. So then we get to a conversation that I think should have. Well, no, this is the right timing for this conversation because it couldn't have happened in the last episode. So Simone talks to Marcus,
Mhm.
Simone tells Marcus, look, man, I ain't feeling this whole relationship type thing because Marcus said in the last episode that he wants to be with Simone. He wants to have a relationship with him, and Simone is like, "Look, man, I don't want no. I'm not ready for a relationship. This ain't for me. You're a nice guy. You're great. You're an amazing man." And he didn't say this, but I'm sure he could have said, "You're gonna make someone very happy. Like you're gonna
Yeah,
make
absolutely.
an
He could have
amazing
said that.
husband. Like he's a good man, real good looking. He's tall, just like my type. He got some body on him, just like my type. Like he look good." But Simone is being real with Marcus in this moment, and he's saying all the right things in this conversation, at least in my opinion. And then Marcus says, "Is this about Willie?" And Simone says, he looks down first and says, "No." And Marcus is like, "Well, I think the problem is you haven't had good role models as far as what a good and healthy relationship is concerned because of your dad." And then then he hugs Simone and says, "You don't want to give up on such a beautiful thing." What are your thoughts on Marcus's reaction to Simone telling him his feelings about a relationship?
Well, first of all, you already know when we were introduced to Marcus in the first episode of this season 2, right?
Hmm.
I already knew what it was. I knew what it was about to be. Okay.
Hmm.
Now, in this moment, I felt like Marcus really needed to humble himself. Okay. Because he already sees it. He's just afraid to say it, which is the problem.
He already sees
He
what?
that he's still in love with Willie.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah,
So he
yeah.
sees it, but it's like, sometimes when you want something so bad, you'd rather ignore the red flag that's waving in front of your face. Once again, we really need to purchase some red flags.
We do. Like,
We
I need to
really
go on.
need to
I'm gonna put in my calendar right now
buy
to
some
look on
effing
Amazon for red
red
flags.
flags. Anywho, so when he said that to Simone or whatever, it's like, what who do you think you are to me in this space? Do you believe that you know what's better for me? We just linked up. You don't know me. That's all I could keep on thinking about in that space. And it's like whether he decides to be with Wilhelm or not, that's that's his thing.
That's his decision to make.
And as when it comes to liking somebody, loving somebody, falling for somebody, it's not a decision thing. It's something that happens naturally. And
Right.
if you think that you're going to be able to make somebody fall for you, that's another teenage thing. You're going to
Hmm.
make somebody fall for you just because you like them,
Yeah.
it's not going to work out.
Right.
So, yeah, I thought it was I didn't like that space. I didn't like that
Right.
moment.
To be honest, I feel like Simone should have told him, "I'm not feeling you like that." He should have added that in at the tail end of his thing.
I don't want you.
What did you think of Marcus using Simone's father as an excuse for him not wanting to be in a relationship? Because I felt like that was extremely manipulative.
It is.
Extremely manipulative.
It absolutely is. Once again, you don't know me. You don't know the full expanse of me. You just may like this about me and know some little things that's in my life, but my father doesn't make me who I am.
Right.
And just because you may possibly believe that there is some kind of difference in between um, your upbringing and mine, which would make me not know how to love, no. The problem is I don't like you like that.
Right.
It's not what my upbringing or anything or the things that I've experienced. It's just the fact that I don't like you. If he liked him, everything would be all peachy for Marcus. Let's be real.
Exactly. Exactly. I keep on thinking of Medea just gyrating her fake boobs, saying, "You don't know me. You don't know me." Child.
And don't.
No, he don't. He really. You just met Simone last week, Marcus. You
Literally
literally just met
been
him last
hounding him on
week.
Instagram and Grinder and all that stuff, right? What are we doing here? You can't that once again, like I said, that's another teenage thing. You can't make somebody like you.
Right. Marcus is thirsty. Marcus
Incredibly.
is
And it's
thirsty.
another reason why I roll my eyes, because you know what, we should have known from Jump Street. He up in that chat, the people house, and he lied and said, "I'm gonna go to the bathroom," but you ended up in. Ooh, I'm about to cuss.
Uh-oh. Oh, Lord.
But you end up in Simone's room. Okay. Okay.
So in the
Sure.
next scene, we have Sarah going to visit August, and Sarah is trying to pep his spirits up. Well, at least you got me to let you know what's coming for you, and you ain't got to be totally in the dark about what's going on. And she also told, I think she told August last episode that police was the one that told Wilhelm that he was the one who sent
Yeah.
out the video, but August is still in a funk because of the way that Willem is treating him, and well deserved. You know what I'm saying? And then Sarah and August commence to having relations.
Relating. That was the first time, right? The first
The
time they
first
related.
time,
Okay, yeah.
yes, this was the first time that they've
She
related.
wanted that. She said she wanted to
w-
feel how it felt when you do it with somebody else and not by yourself.
Right, exactly. She wants like the Spice, as the Spice Girls so beautifully said, when two become one.
I need some love like I
I can
never
never
needed
lead a
love
love
before.
before. Wanna make love to you, baby.
Ah, yeah.
Had a little love. Now I'm back for more.
Now she's back for more. She had a little leg. Now she's back for more.
Alexander Rogers loves to say, I like a little leg. Yes,
I
a
had a
little
little leg.
leg. Okay, I had
But
to.
I'm
She
back for
was
more.
grinding on a leg. She want a little more, honey. Yes.
My God.
So they're getting into it, right? And so, they're
Relating.
doing all the kissing and whatnot. They're taking off clothes, and August grabs. She asks August if he has a condom. Smart thing, Sarah. We only know pregnancies or
For her
diseases or
first
STDs or
time.
whatnot. For her first time, exactly. And he begins to, go down south, as SWV would say, going
Downtown.
downtown on her.
Yes.
And she was like, "Wait, what are you doing? Stay up here with me." I think there are a lot of different ways people can take that. How did you take the fact that she didn't want him? Did you think that she didn't know what he was going to do? Do you think that she just wanted to get it over with? What do you think is the reason why she didn't want that?
I think she wanted him to be in her face.
Hmm.
I don't think it was about what could have been happening or what she didn't want happening or anything like that. I really do believe she wanted an intimate moment.
Agreed. I would agree with that. And so the next scene we have Willa and Simone. They are in this rowing competition. Now, why they are not out on boats in the water?
That's the first thing I said. Like, come on, I'm looking
But
for them to have the big old boats on their shoulders, making
right?
it out to the lake or the river or whatever,
Yeah.
and we just up using rowing machines as the. Not young Royals.
How does this suffice
I
as a
said,
competition?
what in the whole entire world are we doing here?
And they got a crowd that are cheering for them as if this is something significant. It's very weird.
And I want us
me.
to I want us to also address this right now, Jonathan.
Let's.
We have not seen them step in one boat, but they have a rowing team.
Not during this season. We saw them on boats in the last season, but we have not seen them.
Oh, they
on
weren't.
any
Oh,
boats
yeah,
this
you're
season.
right. You're
Yeah.
right. Maybe the budget ran out or something like that for them to be on boats this season.
That's what.
Because that don't make no sense to me.
That's what some of the reactors were saying, that maybe it wasn't in the budget that they be out on the river doing their thing. But anyway, so they are facing
Craziness.
another dorm room, another dorm house or whatever that's on the campus. They're going against another house on the campus, and things are going okay. It seems like they're a little tied up. Then Marcus steps into the room. Now, I think did Marcus or Simone say that Marcus shouldn't go to the meet? I think it was Simone that said it. But anyway, so Marcus shows up at the meet.
Yeah.
Simone messes
And you
up.
know why?
Right.
To be seen.
Okay. And so Simone kind of messes up a little bit. He gets in the way for some reason during a transition when they're switching spots or whatever. And it turns out that the team, Simone and Willie's team, they lose. They end up losing. When Willie
Because
was
they're
rowing,
weaklings.
he was rowing hard as I don't know what. Like he was getting into it. Willie is good at the rowing, y'all. He's really good at the rowing. So is August. August is really good at it as well. But they lose, and everyone is reacting and whatnot. Of course, Vincent is having a fit. Okay,
FIT,
per
honey.
usual. And so then, Simone walks up to Marcus, and Marcus is like, you'll get him next time, babe. And then Marcus deliberately kisses Simone, just as Willie is walking out, and Willie just happens to turn to the left to see this. Do you have an inkling that this was purposeful, Jennifer?
Jonathan, are you freaking kidding me? Of course it was. Of course it was. Let me tell you something. Like, what bothers me about the moment, right, is the fact that you are under the impression that Simone is going to stop liking Willem just because Willem got upset and saw that y'all were kissing. It doesn't compute. It don't work out that way. I don't know what he thought will come from this. Yeah, it will make Willem mad, but
it ain't gonna change Simone's feelings about him. Period.
It ain't gonna make Simone like you more. I'm just saying. It's just the thought process and the logic. Like, and I'm sure grown people write this stuff. It's so weird to me. But go ahead.
Well, they know how teenagers be. But my thing is, whenever I see Marcus, for some reason, I see a grown man, and I keep forgetting that he's a senior in high school as well. And so I feel like he should know better, but he clearly does not. So,
absolutely, he's just not a thinker like that.
No, he's just in love, and he don't know what to do about it. He thinks he knows what to do
in love
about
with somebody that don't want him. How about that?
That don't want him. How about that?
Yes, I'm looking through all these pictures. Don't mind me. I'm looking through all these pictures. Did you know that the cast of Young Royals had a Scandinavia, I think it's Scandinavia or Denmark, Vogue cover?
Wow. Okay.
For Vogue Scandinavia. Yeah, okay. Scandinavia.
Wow. And it's a Swedish show, so that's really interesting.
They are all the people that are in there is, of course, Willie and Simone, and it's Felice and Simone's sister and August. They look really good. Whoever dressed them did that. Whoever put that makeup on what's that child name? Felice.
Oh,
they got them together. They got them two together, honey. Because it's not often you see black girls done right.
So good. Oh, so good. My Lord.
Good,
Sarah
honey.
With this orange hair. Oh my God.
They look so.
August looks so dreamy and young.
Yes, he do.
Oh my, this is precious. Oh.
Like, apparently this show is freaking huge.
It is. It definitely is. Felice looks, with this blue blazer, this hair is herring.
Her boobs are boobing.
Her boobs are boobing. Like, Willie's hair is beautiful. August looks dreamy. Sarah looks beautiful. Sarah looks like a model in this picture, honey.
Sure do. They look good.
They look good.
Okay, and I like the picture. I'm only looking at Felice. They got her in the middle because, beauty.
Okay, she's sitting down?
The sitting down one with the green pumps.
The green pumps, honey. Yeah.
Well, sandals or whatever. Them things look good. I want those. Yeah. I do those. Those things are cute.
And I really love Simone's suit. This blue looking thing is really cute. It's really cute. And I love August's long coat, looking rich and whatnot. Yes.
And looking like him and Sarah together for real.
Okay. She all up on him and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Yes. Honey.
But yeah, I gotta remember these a bunch of kids now. But
well, I think
that's a good photo shoot.
They're of age now. They should be of age because I think they were 16 and 17 during the filming of the first season. Yeah. Yeah, so they are grown now, so we can
They
do
are
that.
gorgeous, though. Gorgeous. Oh
Gorgeous.
Lord, I just saw a picture of Simone with his hair long. Good God, he need to grow that thing back out.
Oh, really? Send me that picture if you can.
I'll find it. All
Okay.
right, so Zaddy, guys, we had to have a moment. We had to do a little pause for the
A
cause.
moment of reflection, honey, on the beauty of these castmates, honey.
Oh
Um,
gosh, but yeah, Google it. You'll find it real fast, like Jonathan did.
Anyways, in the next scene, we have the queen, who's having this meeting with August. Now, if you remember in the last episode, the royal court called August and told him that the queen would like to have a word with him. Um,
Mm-hmm.
excuse me, Jennifer, you said in the last episode that you already knew what was coming. This came as a surprise to me because when
Really?
I'm watching a show, I typically don't think of what might happen next. I'm
You
just
just let it.
open to whatever happens and just take it as it is. I typically don't think ahead, which I'm thinking maybe that's just something I do. I don't think about thinking ahead. And I think that just makes it better for me because everything comes as a surprise. So the queen tells August that the way that Willie has been acting out in this last semester has the royal court very nervous, and they're thinking that he might not be up to the task of being the next king of
Mm-hmm.
Sweden. And she says, "Well, we come to the conclusion that if Willie is not able to take his rightful place, then you would be the next in line." And August takes this information very well because he's expecting to get punished of some sort. If you saw his face when he was on that phone and they told him that the queen wanted to talk to him, the fear and terror on his face was so
Okay.
real. Okay, but he's. What did you think of how this is going to change the way that August is going to act during the rest of the season?
So okay, my thought process, because as we are finding out, this is how we watch stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking they have to either because they have to prepare. I
Yeah.
think about consequences of actions. I think about all of that stuff, and I just knew that though August had been beaten down so much,
Mm-hmm.
something was going to give him gas.
Right. Right. Yeah.
And in that conversation, but did we make it to that conversation yet with the queen in August?
That's what we're talking about now when she tells him that he's next in line.
Okay. When because before that, the queen did speak to Wilhelm and told him that we have to protect him. Like we can't do nothing.
Right.
This is our
Mm-hmm.
family. We
Yeah.
cannot prosecute him for what he did, which is
Mm-hmm.
why he went ahead and did his own version of justice.
Right.
But when she said what she said to him, I knew that's exactly what was coming. Because August is so thirsty for it.
Yes.
He
He
would be
wants
a
that
great
spot.
candidate to just do it right. For Willem, it first of all, it was never his lot in the first place. Yes, he was always a spare, but when somebody's alive for so long, you believe that you'll be fine. You'll believe that it'll be okay and I won't have to do this. But now that he does, I think he's just fighting to have a life of his own. And having a life of your own is not something that you're doing when you are the crown prince. So I was not surprised at any of this.
Gotcha. And so in our final scene, we have Felice and Willem. Willem has just seen Simone kiss Marcus right in front of his face. And so Willie is down in the dumps for real, for real. Um, Felice is, Willie asked Felice, can she hold him? And he
Hmm.
asked Simone the same thing in episode 4 of the first season. So apparently this is how Willie deals with things. He needs a physical touch. He really needs physical
He ain't got
touch.
nobody else to hold him.
Right, exactly. And then Willie is playing with her hair a little bit. They're real close and whatnot. And I don't see exactly who kisses who, but they end up kissing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it looks like they are migrating to end up doing the nasty until one of their classmates rushes in. When I tell you these people don't lock their doors,
And I mean,
they
not
don't
never.
lock their doors. Like, do they have locks on their doors? Because it
That's a
seems like
solid
they don't.
question. They
Okay,
act like they don't.
because I mean,
Because you can
geez,
bust in anywhere.
Louise.
Dang
As
nabbit.
many times as August busted in on Willem in the first season, like
That
at
was
least
so freaking annoying, Jonathan. That's why that whole first season was so difficult for me to watch, especially with
right,
that annoying behind August. Jeez.
right. But I think it's a good thing that someone walked in on Felice and
Agreed.
Willem in this moment.
Agreed.
One of the reactors that I watched said that they feel like they would not have gone through with it, but I feel like if no one interrupted them, Wille would have done the do with Felice just to understand how it feels, because I don't think he's ever had relations with a woman before.
But
I don't
I
know
don't
if
think he
Simone.
I
I
don't
don't
think
know if
he's
Simone was his first. I will say that, but I don't think he's ever had sexual relations with a woman.
I don't think that he's that frivolous with feelings
Hmm,
because you got to remember Felice was in love with the boy and he knew that.
right.
So, I mean, not the whole time, but after she tried to kiss him or whatever, it's like, oh, that's what's going on here.
Yeah.
So I kind of don't believe he wouldn't have gone through with it because this was just a moment where he was using her. And
Very much so.
once things start getting real, because she wouldn't have minded, let's be real.
Okay.
Once things
She
got real,
she would have laid it low and spread it wide for the press.
okay.
Okay.
But, there would have to be somewhat of a sober mind in that moment. And I think it would have come from Willie.
I get that. I get that. Yeah. This, of course, I was feeling like, okay, I understand. Here's the thing, like, because
Mm-hmm.
I completely understand where Willem is in this moment. I completely understand why he's doing what he's doing, but at the same time, it's like, why are you doing this? But I know why you're doing this, but why? I know
You
why,
know
but
he's doing
why?
this. He's a teenager in angst. He's a teenager.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we
Um,
use people, unfortunately, when we do that. Unfortunately.
Exactly, exactly. So, that's the end of episode 3 of season 2 of Young Royals.
We did
Leave
it.
us your thoughts in the comments of how y'all thought this episode went. Make sure you guys subscribe. I noticed you don't say that quite not too much
Oh yeah. Go ahead and
on your
subscribe
show. Go ahead and
to the show.
subscribe, like, share, comment, all that good stuff for the light
Please
of the
do.
Leo, y'all. You guys can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is JoJo_speaks3020. My Facebook is Jonathan Lee. My email is williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. I also have a YouTube channel. It's JoJo Speaks. I post videos every Thursday night at 9:30 with hot topics and social commentary with my co-host Genesita, who's here with me tonight, as well as our good friend Mike and Genesita's husband Tyrone. So join us on Thursday. We will be getting into the nitty and the gritty. Thursday night at 9:30, JoJo Speaks on YouTube. Subscribe, like, share, comment, all that good stuff.
Absolutely. And I am Delilah the Leo. If you would like to follow me, you can follow me at Delilah the Leo on Instagram as well as TikTok, The Light of the Leo, and of course here on YouTube at The Light of the Leo. Go ahead and follow my stuff. Well, we thank you guys for joining us. Y'all have a great day now, y'all here.